Hello, welcome back to another video. Apologies for the mess behind me. I am reorganizing my bookshelf currently at the moment, and I decided that while I was doing that, I would go through my physical TBR. I like seeing other people do it, so figured I'd do it myself. So there's a lot of books here. It's a little concerning how many books are here. These are books I have read. There's some that are still on the shelf that I have read. And then over here, next to me and behind me, is my physical TBR. So I need to stop buying books for a while. This is probably more books than I can even read in a year. I guess let's just get into it. I'm not going to talk a ton about each book because there are so many, but I will kind of just go through. I organized them by genre, so I'll go through by genre. So we're gonna start with my horror thriller pile. Swallowed by Meg Smitherman. Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. Carmilla by Joseph Sheridan. The Fanu. This is vampire fiction that predates Dracula, so that's sick. And also my friend Zena gave it to me. I don't know if she gave it to me to keep technically, but I still haven't read it yet, so. Where They Wait by Scott Carson. The Gathering Dark, which is an anthology of folk horror edited by Tori Bovalino. The Great Train Robbery by Michael Crichton. The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. And last but not least, Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, which is a book that my friend Shelley told me to read years ago when I asked her for recommendations. I asked her specifically for like dark recommendations. It's a very dark book, and I still haven't. I bought it and I still haven't read it. I actually can tell you exactly which books I bought in that Barnes & Noble order, and I don't think I read. I think I read one. So, whoopsie. Next we're gonna go to fantasy, which is the shortest one because I just don't have very much fantasy. Lore by Alexandra Bracken. Immortal Dark by Tigist Gurma, whose name I always think I'm mispronouncing. I did start this one, I just haven't finished it yet. I'll have to start it over just to finish it. And Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Let's do historical fiction next. We have Her Lost Words by Stephanie Marie Thornton. The Lost Summers of Newport by Beatrice Williams, Lauren Willig, and Karen White. London Seance Society by Sarah Penner. The Paris Secret by Natasha Lester. All the Pretty Places by Joy Calloway. I'm still dying to read this one. Every time I look at it, I think of the song by Ali and AJ. Finally, Goodnight Irene by Luis Alberto Urrea. Let's do Litfic next. It is a big one. It's a big one. Litfic and sci-fi are the biggest, I think. We have The Overstory by Richard Powers. I did start this one. Oh my god, it's dusty. You can see there's some tabs in there. I read the first like 3 stories or something because it's a few stories. So good, so good. I just have like not been in the mood for it. And then we also have Playground by Richard Powers. So same author, I assume same vibes, but this one is about the ocean, whereas the other one is about trees and forests. The Overstory, Playground. You know, the scientist, the environmental science girly in me really appreciates those. Circe by Madeline Miller. I'm currently reading Song of Achilles, so maybe I'll get to this one soon. It's ripping my heart out. I'm halfway through. I'm gonna cry like a little baby when I finish it. Daughters of Sparta by Claire Haywood. 2 John Green books. I'm gonna hold them up at the same time. Will Grayson, and Turtles All the Way Down. Will Grayson is co-authored by David Leviathan. James by Percival Everett. Piranesi by Susanna Clark. I have started this one as well and just never finished it. I could probably read this in a single sitting also, like it's small, so I just need to actually do that. The Collected Regrets of Clover by Mickey Brammer. If you have been watching my channel since I started, I have said I'm going to read this so many times over the year and like 4 months. So we'll see when I ever get to that. Beartown by Frederick Bachman. The Power by Naomi Alderman. Again, started, haven't finished. There's a bookmark in there. Another one that I've been saying I'm going to read for 2 or 3 years and just haven't gotten to. I have also started it and not finished. Saints of the Household by R.E. Tyson. Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Malloys. And then Blue Sisters, also by Coco Malloys. This is one that I'm very, very, very excited to read as a sister with a sister. The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. You Only Call When You're in Trouble by Stephen Macaulay. I believe this author is local. I saw him at Boston Book Fest. I wish I had brought this to have him sign it. I did not. I have also started that and not finished it. The other author I saw at Boston Book Fest is Crystal King, who wrote The Garden of Monsters. Another one that I have not read. Look at those eyes with the mouth, terrifying. And this one I bought there and she signed for me. Can you see that? So that's cute. I like that. The Year They Fell by David Kreisman. I think I've had this since like high school, which means I've had it for over a decade. Gross, I'm old. The Life Cycle of the Common Octopus by Emma Knight. And finally, All Fours by Miranda July. This is one that I think I got recommended by Jack Edwards videos. Let's just do sci-fi next. I'm not going to hold up all of these, but Dune by Frank Herbert, as well as 2 trilogies that are in the same universe. I forget if they're prequels or sequels, I'm sorry, but those are all my dad's. I will hopefully read them eventually. Okay, another pile that is all books I took from my dad. The Long Tomorrow by Lee Brackett. A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I have 3 of the books, apparently not the first one. And then by the same author, Douglas Adams, I have Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. And then I have quite a bit of Isaac Asimov. So I have the Foundation series and I, Robot, all by Isaac Asimov. And then we have the classic Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. This one is pretty high on my TBR. A Canticle for Leibowitz by Walter M. Miller Jr. Apologies. The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury. You may recognize the author name. He wrote Fahrenheit 451. The Tales of Perks the Pilot by Stanislaw Lem, another classic sci-fi author. Speaking of, The 9 Billion Names of God by Arthur C. Clarke. The Andromeda Stain by Michael Crichton. His other book was in my thriller pile. I don't really know if this one is a thriller or a sci-fi. I haven't looked it up yet. War of Worlds and The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. Arguably 2 of the first classic sci-fis. My Octavia E. Butler collection, Parable of the Sower and Kindred. The last Andy Weir book I have to read, I think, Artemis. Anybody else excited for Project Hail Mary to be a movie? I am, even though I have to wait another year for it. And then finally, The Mercy of Gods by James S.A. Corey. Onto the romance. Deja Brew by Celestine Martin. The Dating Dare by J.C. Lee. Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. The X Talk by Rachel and Solomon. Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. Charming Devil by Rebecca Kenny. The Makeup Test by Jenny L. Howe. I'm so excited to read this one. I love her other books. Before I Do by Sophie Cousins. This one was a blind date with a book from, what's it called? Love Struck, which is the new romance bookstore in Boston. Another blind date with a book, but from the Ripped Bodice in LA. Wings Once Cursed and Bound by Piper J. Drake. Daydream by Hannah Grace. The Great Dating Fake Off by Livy Hart. And finally, Till Heist Do Us Part by Sarah Desai. Now, let me count how many books this is. So that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I feel like I'm counting these wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77 books on my physical TBR. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I'm gonna have a physical TBR for a while at this point. But that's the video. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these, if you want me to push any of these up on my TBR and really prioritize them. If there are any of these that you don't think are worth reading, I'm gonna be real, I don't know if the Dune series is worth reading, but I'm gonna give the first one at least a shot. And let me know how many books are on your physical TBR, if you know, or like a guesstimate if you're not sure. And also if any of these are on your TBR, let me know. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Love you, bye.